After that discrepancy over Leticia Perez's address, a former city council candidate is speaking out over the extremes he says politicians go through just to be eligible to run for office. 23 ABC's Carlos Correa, he's live in our newsroom with more on the possible lawsuit and the current practices this community leader calls unfair. Carlos.
Reverend Wesley Crawford made headlines in 1994 when he filed his candidacy for Ward 1 using an address on his registration card when he apparently lived somewhere else outside the district. Reverend Crawford says it's the same thing recent politicians such as Rudy Salas and now Leticia Perez are doing just to hold office. Crawford says he's been trying to work with current elected officials to put a timeline as to how long people can live in a district before filing to represent that area. The Reverend says recent candidates such as Perez, who is running for the 16th District Senate seat, wonders if people who move to a new location in order to qualify to run, do they know the district well enough to identify what that community needs? Crawford is in talks to file a lawsuit holding all candidates to one standard.
Can you, as a politician, come into a residential district like ours and automatically know what we go through on a regular basis? I think not. But because the city council and because the wise individuals will not put a ruling on this like the federal government does, the federal government requires that you stay within that district a year before you file.
Reverend Crawford says putting a policy like that in place will more likely end the practice of candidates using temporary addresses in order to run for office. We want to emphasize that no candidates have broken any laws. Crawford, who is just looking to change policy, also says it's not fair to voters when candidates win a seat and then soon after plan to leave for higher office. He plans to file a lawsuit next month. In the newsroom, Carlos Correa, 23 ABC.